everybody will be mentioning your own name. So we do it collectively. I don't know one by one. I
Alamin Aetoja,
do hereby affirm that
do hereby affirm that
I will speak the truth,
I will speak the truth,
the whole truth,
the whole truth,
nothing but the truth.
nothing but the truth.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Clerk. So today you are here to present your financial activity report and financial audited statement for 2019, from 2019 to 2020 to 2021, depending on what is available with you. So I don't know if you have your copies.
Good morning.
Morning.
For 2019, that one was submitted and everything was verified. For 2020 and 2021, we are yet to be audited. I wrote a letter to the National Assembly to inform them we are yet to be audited for 2020 and 2021. And we are expecting auditing the first quarter of the new year. Okay.
Mr. Auditor, yes, please.
I'm just going through my records now. I think at some point I just rectified myself for Kerewan. What happened was for them, their 2018-19 last sittings around the beginning of 2022 was discussed. Though it has not been adopted because there are some further. They asked them to go back and then do some further work. And then I promise that when we go back, then we will do that confirmation. So it was during that, for them, their 2019 was discussed. So it was the other councils whose 2019 were not discussed. And then, yeah, so it's not all the councils. For them, their 2019 it wasn't adopted. They said there is some further work that they need to do. And then I told them that when we go back, the team go back, when doing the 2020, 2021, then we will do those confirmation. I just rectify myself for Kerewan Area Council.
Yes, Honorable.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And then welcome to the Kerewan Area Council. But Mr. Auditor, listening to you, then which means 2019 was not done. Because it can only be done if it is adopted and considered. And as it stands, we don't know the reasons why the 5th legislature deferred them. So the best we can do as a committee is to restart it. And unfortunately, the members of Fpac who were here in the 5th legislature are no longer here. So for us, we do not have the copies. So, Honorable Chair, what I will propose is if we can have those copies back, you know, and to save time, if at all you are privy to their findings, you can share that with us. The committee can sit over it. And if we realize that we have sufficient grounds to proceed from where they have stopped, we may proceed from there. But if at all we also realize that it will be better to restart it again, we would. Since it was not adopted and considered, I mean, then the process was not complete, and we have to.
Yeah, you are right. Maybe for that, because the opinion was adverse opinion. And then the reasons why we gave adverse opinion were stated as a part of the basis for opinion, adverse opinion. So during the discussion, that's why they send them back to go and then work on those areas, you know, to work on those areas. And then the agreement was when we go back, I asked the team to go and then make sure that they are in place. When we go back, we can confirm them, yeah, for the subsequent this.
Okay, Honorable Cham.
Thank you, Chair. I think the best thing is if they can kindly share with us the reasons why they were sent back to, you know, what stops the report being adopted. what were the reasons that they were sent again to go and remedy that situation and then come back to the committee at that time. When we have that, once they share that with us, and then from there I think we'll be able to know where to start it again with the 2019 report, since it wasn't adopted. Thank you.
Yes, what I understand is like they brought the report and it was not adopted.
Yeah.
And it was not adopted and considered.
And
So meaning,
and the reasons are stated.
and the reasons are still, they are.
No, they are stated. You know, if you don't, because of the opinion, meaning the financial statement is not true and fair, but the reasons why we said is not true and fair are stated. They are given in the report. We have a copy of that report here. So that's the reason why the previous assembly asked them to go back. Exactly, go back and then work on those areas. So when the audit team go back to do their verification for the subsequent year, then we will confirm whether they've adjusted those things also. So that's the status of Kerewan.
So, actually meaning that we're supposed to start with the 2019 report.
Yes, for them now, it should be their. For them now, it should be their 2020. But you confirm, because 2019 is still not confirmed. But you have to confirm those adjustments, whether they've been done also, and the auditors this thing, and then start going forward to 2020 and then 2021 for their own case. Yeah.
So now, how far are you with that queries adjustment that you need to do for your 2019?
For 2019, we have already worked on it. We are waiting for the audit department. When they come, we reconcile with them to see how best it would be.
Then can we do it like this? To allow you, you complete everything, then we can reschedule you, so that we can start it from 2019. Then we move forward.
Thank you.
Is that okay?
Yes.
So now, audit, I think you need to work with them so that we can fast track this.
Yeah. I think for this period, the scope 2020, 2021 is only Kerewan and Basse. I think it's only a few area councils that are yet to, but we intend to go there in 2 weeks' time. Kerewan in 2 weeks' time. Yeah.
So when do you think we can get this thing?
If the audit is completed, with
Yes, from the audit side, the timeline. Maybe you can.
I think from the audit perspective, because if you can only tell when you get to the field, because you don't know what you're going to find on the ground.
Yeah.
So I think the only thing is just to strengthen that relationship between our office and the National Assembly members, so that we will be giving them updates. Yeah. But right now it will be difficult. Normally we spend 2 weeks when we get to the field, but to finalize the report, at times you can never tell. But everything being equal, I think 1 month, everything should be okay. Yeah,
Inshallah.
should be fine. Yeah.
I think that's fine. So, honorable members, if you have any other.
Well, Auditor, will it be possible for you to do it less than 1 month, please?
That will be a risk. Maybe I can understand from the audit, but I think some of the nationals who are financial this thing will understand, because you don't want to put yourself, because you can never tell when you go to Kerewan Area Council what you're going to find on the ground. So that's why normally we don't give this in total, because it will make you to compromise some of the qualities, and then we can be detrimental. So that's why normally we go by our plan, and then if there's any deviation also we give updates. Say again? The field work we can guarantee. We can go to Kerewan, spend 2 weeks, but audit has process. From Kerewan, we have to send the draft. We give them 2 weeks, or at times 3 weeks. For them to provide those, at times they will write to us to say, oh, we need extension. At times we'll give them 2 weeks, but it can take more than a month for them to respond. And we are public auditors. All what we want is to enhance the process and procedures. So we will do that back and forth before you finalize. At times it takes a longer time. Yeah, so it's not absolutely from our end, but it has a series of factors. Yeah.
Okay, then I think it's better you collaborate.
Exactly.
Then at least you can also communicate to us.
Exactly.
So that we can get this thing done. So the 2020 and 2019, if that one is done, you need to bring copies of it almost 30 copies at least, so that, all the members can, get their copies in advance, please.
And the 2021, because when we go now, we are going purposely for the 2020, 2021, and then we will confirm the 2019, the one that the previous assembly asked them to work on. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Then
they
that's
will
fine.
report up to 2021 when we come back.
Okay, we hope that all will be done, then you can bring everything at once. Yes, honorable member. Fofana.
Just a quick one for you to share with us the 2019, both the financial statements and then the audit report, so that we'll be able to know where they stop, because we don't have the copies. So, Chair, if they are sending the 2020 and the 2021, if they can equally send the 2019 as well, so that we'll be able to have it. Thank you.
Thank you very much. So, is that agreed? All right, then I think we can allow them to take a leave. So we expect to have you here again. Thank you very much for coming. Yes? Till you are coming, you bring the report along. The report should be sent in advance, so that, we can get it, receive it, and, go through it before we schedule you. We can only schedule you depending on we receive the report. Please, not to wait till you come here.
formalities, 3 people have to be present, at least. That is the chairman, the chairperson, the CEO, and the director of finance. So may I inquire why is the chairperson not in presence today? That would be the mayor.
Yeah, the mayor and also the deputy are all out of town.
Okay, in that case, would you kindly give us 5 minutes to do some in-house consultations? Then we would invite you back. Just bear with us to regularize this needs to appear because nobody can really fit in her stead. It is her responsibility as the mayor of Banjul City Council to come and then really answer to those salient issues which are all geared towards the operational improvements of the council itself. And should in case she would not be here, she can write formally. She needs to write formally to the National Assembly, stating the reasons why she cannot come, and then seeking for the approval to send in a deputy, which might be either said yes or no. But the proper thing to do is she must communicate. She must communicate and she must be present. And without the presentation today as well, then Monday, Banjul City Council would not be coming to the National Assembly because without the presentation, we cannot do the consideration. You know, the accounts have to be presented first. So before concluding and allowing you to go, I would just allow the honorable members to make few remarks, and then from there we would gladly excuse you. Thank you.
Thank you, Chair. And as I said earlier, I think it would have been a better idea for either the CEO or the Director of Finance to tell us exactly when the mayor or the deputy will be in town so that we will know when to reschedule them. Because without knowing their arrival or when they will be present, then it means we cannot definitely tell when we're supposed to call them in here again. Thank you. So I think you can tell me exactly when the mayor will be in town, or approximately when.
I don't know, Honorable, whether I'll be breaking protocol or not, but what I want to think of doing is to get back to the council, because I know of the mayor's schedule, but I don't know too much of the deputy mayor's schedule. Maybe what I'll do, as the chairman rightly said, we'll start getting used to the habit of now writing, putting things in writing. So if I go back immediately, I'll find out the deputy mayor's itinerary when he's coming back, and then together with that of the mayor, I'll be able to write directly and then explain to you. And I would like to also know, if I write, who do I address it to? Do I address it to the clerk of the National Assembly? Would that be in order?
Yeah, it should be to the clerk of the National Assembly.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes, that should be okay for you to write it, as you said, formally, to inform us when because I don't think it will only depend on their time, but it will also rely on the time that we'll be having. Because when they have time and when we don't have time, it means the meeting cannot go on. And I think we need to look at this properly as well.
Yeah, actually, I think if the mayor's schedule is known, I think if we have the mayor with some of their other officials, that would do, I think. So we just need to know that so that we can proceed. You know, because this is a council, and we don't expect just two individuals to come and we start discussing. And council's issues are very critical, so, and the mayor who are representing the people should be here at least to justify certain things. Thank you very much.
Thank you, honorable members. I just want to add something. In this case, it will not be as per the schedule of the mayor. It will be in accordance with the schedule of the Fpac committee. Let it be made known to the mayoress that the Fpac committee have a scheduled timeline, and we are here looking, considering the accounts of over 240 public institutions. Right now, our program will be distorted. We'll make some shifts, rearrangements, because today we cannot proceed, simply because she's not present, because you have all your accounts in order. The finance director have done his work. The National Audit Office have done their work. Probably GPPA have also done their work compliance. So now the only thing that stopped us today from proceeding is because the mayoress is not around, she is not represented, and she didn't communicate to the National Assembly. Okay, we'll take it like this is the first time before the 6th legislature, but if it should happen again, the committee, with the proper guidance from the National Assembly, will take a very firm stand. But we are partners in this, and we don't want to go off the line. So which means we will be initially sending a gentle reminder to the office of the mayor to indicate to her that it is her responsibility to be present, and we do not expect her to fail in that. You know, honorable members, if that is in order, then to Banjul City Council. Okay, Director of Finance wants to say something. You may
Yeah,
come up.
I just apologize. I don't know whether I should speak here, but learning from our experiences dealing with the Accountant General's office, I think dealing with the National Assembly also, things need to be in black and white. And I think when things are in black and white, it eliminates the room for ambiguity and guessing game. With the Honorable Jammeh, I think if the letter is coming to councils, it needs to be standardized. We need Director of Finance. We need CEO. The mayor must attend. Director of Planning, Procurement must be represented. These things need to be in black and white, because what we have seen over the years is sometimes when we go to Attorney General's chambers for this IFMIS, for me, I go squarely, documents presented to me for who needs to represent BCC at IFMIS. But you go there, you find other councils sending 5 people, and you coming from Banjul City Council, you only go with 2 people. When we get there, I tell them, but in black and white, you said Director of Finance, CEO, but now we found other councils coming with finance managers, coming with everybody. So I think you also need to help us, that when we are coming here, tell us A, B, C, D. So you know, you just need to copy this, and attention, you need to be with us at this place. But we cannot also just tell you that we need to go to Assembly. Who needs to go to National Assembly? Thank you.
Yeah, let me come. I think for the issue of the National Assembly, the moment you are written, I think you have a management. Councils, you have the mayor, the CEO, directors. It's not bad. You come with the whole entire team, because at the end of the day, whatever report we are going to will affect those units, and they can be here, they can, so that they can be able to justify some of the things or clarify certain issues. So, like to say this and this and this, now that one is left to you, but we expect the entire management, because sometimes some institution, they will come, they will not even fit here. So, because that team spirit has to be there, so because you are all working together for one common goal. So that's it. But for us to identify, that can also be another implication for the assembly. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Director of Finance. But that is a very simple case, because we are talking about stewardship responsibility here. Obviously, we know the moment we said the presentation of financial accounts, that is the function of the what? Director of Finance. The moment we say activity report, which talks about the structural, administrative, policy, strategies, and guidance, that is the CEO and the mayoress. Then when we talk about compliance with regards to procurement, we know it's the Director of Procurement. And these are the sets of reports which are what? Presented here. You know, it is the activity report, the financial statements, and the compliance from GPPA. So once they tell you that you are scheduled to appear under Fpac, by virtue or nature of the reports, you are what? Presenting. It dictates who should come and who shouldn't come. And the highest burden of responsibility there lies in the CEO and the mayoress. Those 2 people cannot be absent. They definitely have to be here. But we've definitely noted your concern, and if it requires further housekeeping, we would. But as it stands, the letters that the National Assembly are dispatching are very, very clear, and they are expressed in simple terms with regards to the reports that should be presented and the responsibility of the what parties attached to it. And then it is safe to say, and we are correct to say that both the mayors or the chairpersons the directors of finance, the procurement heads, and the CEOs. When you go to the, other government departments or the SOEs, you might be talking about the MDs or the director generals. All of them know that no presentation can really continue with regards to their respective institutions without their presence. So in conclusion, we will just reiterate our initial standpoint. That is to say that BCC will be rescheduled, and it should be made known to the office of the mayoress that in no uncertain terms should our absence be registered again when it comes to the presentation and consideration of the financial statements and activity reports of BCC. But we would also like to register our sincere gratitude to the CEO and then the Director of Finance, who have definitely spared their time and were present today for the consideration of what the presentation and of the financial statement and activity report of BCC. Honorable members, on that note, be it resolved that we defer the presentation of the financial statements and activity reports of Banjul City Council to a later date. So those in favor, please say aye. Those not in favor, please say no. So the ayes have it. On that note, to the CEO and the team, we say thank you very much, and you are kindly excused. Thank you. Yeah.